The Trump administration has released a transcript of a phone call between the president and the leader of Ukraine. It's alleged he pressured his counterpart to dig up dirt on Joe Biden, and that's led the Democrats to launch official impeachment hearings. Let's get the latest from Cordelia Lynch in Washington.
This is what they suspected. We now have a 5-page account of that phone call between Donald Trump and President Zelensky of Ukraine. It's important to note that this isn't a full verbatim write-up of the call. It's a 5-page summary that's taken by national security officials. But there's some pretty striking information in it that Democrats and Republicans will be poring over in the minutes and hours to come. Central to it is that phone call between the two leaders. I'll read you an extract from it. Now, the background to this is that Joe Biden's son, Hunter, was working for a gas company. Donald Trump wanted to reopen an investigation into possible corruption committed by him. In this extract from that phone call, it says there's a lot of talk about Biden's son, that Biden stopped the prosecution, and a lot of people want to find out about that. So whatever you can do with the Attorney General, that would be great. Biden went around bragging that he stopped the prosecution. So if you can look into it, it sounds horrible to me. So it would appear there that Donald Trump is effectively asking Ukraine's leader to reopen that investigation and to work with his Attorney General, William Barr. There are also some other striking points within this transcript. President Trump said to President Zelensky, I would like you to do us a favour, though, because our country has been through a lot and Ukraine knows a lot about it. Now, the reason this has alarmed Democrats is they believe he was ultimately asking a foreign power to meddle in the 2020 election by reopening that investigation into his political rival, Joe Biden. Now, he tweeted just an hour or so ago saying Democrats will want to apologise once they've seen this call. I think that is highly unlikely. He said, will the Democrats apologise after seeing what was said on the call with the Ukrainian president? They should. A perfect call. Got them by surprise. I think this will only add fuel to the fire. We'll see now a lengthy impeachment investigation start to take weight. It's being pursued by 6 committees, Kay. They ultimately need to look about whether they can determine articles of impeachment. There would then be a vote in the House. That would move to the Senate. We're going to have a lot of partisan fallout. Lots of Republicans are suggesting before they'd even seen this transcript that there's nothing wrong about pursuing corruption investigations and that Donald Trump was in the right. But this will all centre around whether he was basically trying to curry favour and threatening to withhold aid. I think what's important about this phone call is before it, Donald Trump had already withheld aid to Ukraine. So both leaders knew, in the context of this conversation, that there was money and funding at stake. So Democrats will be looking into whether it was effectively blackmail by the President of the United States.